In this session, I want to give a brief overview of the memory management task of operating system. First, what is an operating system? Operating system can be referred to as an interface between the system and the user or an interface between the hardware and the user. The basic goal of operating system is to make the computer system efficient and convenient for the user. The computer system consists of the central processing unit, the memory, and the input output devices. Now, suppose a user needs to solve a problem using a computer. For this, he writes a computer program. The basic task of operating system is to make sure that the system or the hardware executes this program for the user and provides a solution. That is, receives this program and all the required data and inputs and then process it, execute it and provide the result to the user. This is the basic task of the operating system. For that, the program and the required data and input should be kept somewhere in the system for execution. So, where does the system keep all these things? The computer keeps all the programs, instructions, data and inputs in the memory. Now, how the memory is organized? The memory is organized in the form of a hierarchy, and the basic hierarchy consists of the central processing unit, the main memory and the secondary memory. The central processing unit can directly access only the main memory. It cannot access the secondary memory. So, if a program has to be executed, then it should be kept in the main memory itself. The program should be compiled to generate an executable code or an object code which should be loaded in the main memory for execution. Any program which is present in the main memory and is ready for execution is known as a process. Now suppose there is a process P1 which has been compiled and the object code is loaded into the main memory. If there is only one such process and suppose we give it a name P1 which is under execution. Suppose at the first instant of time the process P1 uses CPU and after that it goes for an input output execution. Again after some time it uses a CPU for instruction execution and again it goes for some kind of input output execution. We can see that the CPU is remaining idle for quite some time, and as a result the CPU utilization is very less, and therefore we can say the efficiency of the system also reduces. So the task of the operating system is to increase the efficiency of the system. So what should be the next target of the operating system? The next target should be to improve the CPU utilization. How the OS can improve the CPU utilization? Suppose we have more than one processes waiting for execution. So maybe the OS can bring another process P2 into the main memory at the same time while the process P1 is executing. When P1 is executing an input output instruction, the CPU can be allocated to the process P2, as a result of which the CPU utilization can be increased. That is, we can say if we have more than one process in the main memory at the same time, we will be able to improve the CPU utilization. Not only one, if we have many more number of processes in the main memory at the same time, the CPU utilization can be increased considerably, thereby increasing the efficiency of the system. But the problem is we won't be able to keep so many processes together in the main memory at the same time. Why? Because the size of the main memory is small. Why we keep the main memory size to be small? Why can't we increase the size of main memory? There are two reasons. One, it is very costly, and the second reason is the access time. Because if we increase the size of the main memory, since it is being directly accessed by the CPU, the increase in the size will lead to an increase in the memory access time, which will reduce the efficiency of the system, thereby affecting the performance of the system. So, we won't be able to increase the size of the main memory beyond a particular limit. Hence, the main memory is always of small size, high cost, and less access time. To rescue this situation, we have another memory which is large. It is the secondary memory. Secondary memory is of large size because it is of low cost and it has high access time. Here, the access time is not an issue. We can increase the size of the secondary memory. As a result, the access time gets increased. But since CPU is not directly accessing the secondary memory, so even though we are having high access time, it won't affect the efficiency of the system. The secondary memory can be a memory of very large size, it is of low cost and high access time. So what we do is all the programs that are to be executed like P1, P2, P3 and so on can be kept in the main memory. Can be kept in the secondary memory. But in order to execute the programs, these programs are brought from the secondary memory to the main memory for execution. And our aim is to keep as many processes as possible in the main memory at the same time. So, the number of processes which are present in the main memory at the same time is referred to as the degree of multiprogramming. Hence, our aim is to increase the degree of multiprogramming so that the efficiency of the computer system increases. But as we know, since the size of main memory is small or having a finite size, we won't be able to keep too many processes together in the main memory. Here, by using some kind of memory management techniques, we will be able to create a feeling or an illusion as if there are so many processes together present in the main memory and the size of the main memory is infinite. So, how this method is achieved? This all comes under the task of operating system under the memory management strategies. We know that all the processes are kept together within the secondary memory for execution, and if the program has to be executed, then it is brought from the secondary memory to the main memory. Maybe after some time we need to put some of the processes back to the secondary memory from the main memory and again load these from the main memory to the load these from the secondary memory to the main memory but in some other location. So here there are issues related to address translation, address binding, and relocation. These tasks are taken care of by the operating system under the memory management scheme. Now the next task of operating system is to increase the degree of multiprogramming. That is to keep as many processes as possible in the main memory. For that, operating system makes use of different techniques like dynamic loading, dynamic linking, overlays, concept of virtual memory, and so on. Suppose the degree of multiprogramming is increased, then what is the next issue? The next issue is how to allocate the memory to the multiple processes. That is, which part of the memory will be allocated to which process and at what time. So, issues related to allocation of the memory. Also, how the memory to be allocated has to be taken care of, whether it should be contiguous memory allocation or non-contiguous memory allocation or deallocation of the memory as per the requirement. These all aspects are taken care of by the operating system. Now consider one more situation. Suppose the main memory is full and there is no space in the main memory. Now comes a new process of very high priority which needs to be executed in real time. In that case, the operating system needs to create space for this high priority process by allocating memory to this high priority process and vacating one of the already executing process or present in the main memory by pushing it back to the secondary memory. This is known as swapping, and swapping is also an important task of operating system which comes under memory management scheme. Another issue can be if we have many processes in the memory at the same time, the operating system also needs to ensure that one process should not access the address space of any other process as well as that of the operating system. This is the protection aspect of memory management. And the security for every process related to protection and security is also taken care by the operating system. Under security issues, it should prevent unauthorized access of processes by any user accidentally or unintentionally or intentionally. So these are some of the tasks of operating system which comes under the memory management task of operating system.